Feels so good to be back to normal on a classic watch-along Sunday. What's going on, guys? Thank Barry for this one. Barry MK suggested SummerSlam 2006 just a couple of days ago on the stream, and I said, you know what? That's a damn fine idea right there. Let's go ahead and do SummerSlam 2006. I know I have to sit through a Hulk Hogan match on this show. Other than that, I don't remember a ton about it. I think it's a badass pay-per-view poster. We got Hunter and Sean there roasting the wieners, and Cena belly flopping. Angle's not even on this show. We got Batista and Tori up there, and can't tell who's in the back. And I think the Spirit Boys and people jumping off of roofs and stuff. I think this is the house that Ferris Bueller lived in, actually, now that I look at the picture. Anyway, we're here to watch SummerSlam 06. Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you guys are having a great day and great weekend. Thank you to those of you who joined us yesterday for the kind of the mini podcast. It was our catch-up podcast to catch up on some news that I missed while I was gone. It was only about an hour and a half. We had to do it quickly because I had a busy day yesterday. But yesterday is over. Today is a new day. I'm refreshed. I crashed hard when I got home last night. And I'm well rested to watch some SummerSlam 06. So we are back at it tonight. Next week, one week from tonight, SummerSlam 1999. The link is already up on the watch-alongs playlist, and I'll push it to the top of the page here in a couple of days. And then I think 2 weeks from tonight will be the day after SummerSlam this year. We might do another one because, I mean, we're only going to have time to do 2 SummerSlams. So maybe 2 weeks from now, the day after this year's SummerSlam, we'll do one more. Maybe we'll do 96, the last time SummerSlam was in Cleveland, since they're going to be in Cleveland this time. So maybe we'll do 1996 2 weeks from tonight. That's my thought on things. But tonight should be good because I remember very little about this pay-per-view. I kind of remember the Orton and Hogan stuff. I remember a little bit about the Foley and Flair stuff only because I thought it was so weird that here they were working with each other. It reminded me a lot of Edge and Matt Hardy from the previous year. Other than that, I don't really know. I don't even know what DX does on the show. They're either facing the Spirit Squad or maybe the McMahons or something. I don't even know who John Cena faces on the show. I don't know anything about the show. I've forgotten it all. I do remember when Angle left, I think Vengeance was his last pay-per-view, right? And then he was off to TNA. So it's going to be a refresher for me. It's going to be me watching this kind of for the first time. Is this the one? Is this the one with the dodgeball game? Maybe that's last year. I don't remember. Anyway, we'll talk about it. Let's say hello to the chat and stuff while y'all are getting your peacocks pulled up. By the way, you can do that while I'm saying hello to everyone. Go over to Peacock. Look for SummerSlam Season 19, Episode 1. And the runtime, according to Peacock, on this is 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 36 seconds. So that's what we're looking at there. I'm going to check one more thing before I do some shout-outs. And you guys know also that when we hit play together here in just a couple of minutes, once we do that, the timer right below me will start to run. So just sync up your Peacock to my timer, and we can all follow along together. I know I say that every week, but it bears repeating in case we have some newbies up in here. Just trying to figure out one more little tiny bit of, there we go. I forgot to do it. I am turning ads off for this video, so this will be presented to you ad-free, at least on our end. You might have to watch some Peacock ads if you don't have a premium service, but at least here, we're going to kill the monetization. That way, you won't be interrupted by any ads, at least here on YouTube, to help you better follow along closely. So, all right, right on. Now I can go back to the chat and say hi to everyone. Welcome, guys. Good to see everyone, as always. Let's start with some channel members like JJ Leg, Mike Rouse, Barry. Well, you're not a member, but you're a member in my heart. Brandon McNeil is here as well. Tatanani, Smitty. We got Big J. We got Population 420, Zach Palgett. I did follow you back, right, on that correct Twitter profile. Make sure that I did, Zach. Tatanani, Garrett Osborne, K-Dogs, Kennel, what's up, man? Winner of an award just a couple of weeks ago or days ago. Right on, Kevin. Thank you for your message the other day. That was awesome. Very nice picture of you and your wife. We also have, hitting the channel members as best we can here, the Juliet. There you are. She's here. She's gifting. Oh, no, she's not. She's telling me about Mark Henry's bio tonight. Miz is last week. I am going to get to those. Me and Elizabeth are right in the middle of Shameless right now, so that's kind of my priority. But I will get to watching the Miz's and Mark Henry's as soon as I have time. We have Ramon Coffee. Good to see as well. And also I owe a shout out to, where'd it go? I've got a new channel member. I want to shout you out. I'll get to that in a minute once I find you because I did see that pop up on here. Also, good to see Gilbert Arbalo. Good to see Ray Fran. Good to see Rodrigo. We are pro wrestling. I might have some questions for you. Let me see. Ben Espinoza's in the house. We got Doug Unfunny, Charles Jones, Tony. Who else? Green P. Rodrigo, did I get you? Ira Sutton. It's a new day. Yes, it is. 10 years of the new day. They just had their 10-year anniversary, I think, yesterday, which is nuts. Congrats to them. And who else can I say hello to? Charles, I think I got you. Brandon Barnes, right on. Everybody else, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here. Daniel Barry Sports and Roman Stone. I see you guys as well. And I hope you all are ready to fire up some SummerSlam 2006. I did not enjoy DX in 2006. I really did not. I mean, I lived through. I mean, I was like 20 years old when DX formed. So I was like the perfect age for all of that. So years later, you know, them trying to resurrect it in a watered down, toned down, overly animated version wasn't doing it for me. I know a lot of fans did like it, but when you watched the original, it made the 2006 version and other versions after that just not so good. By the way, I went to pick up some, I haven't drank since Hawaii. I was going to take it easy, but I was like, you know, I'll get a couple of beers for the stream tonight. They didn't have my 805, so I picked up these 805 limes. They're brewed with lime. It's kind of like a Bud Light lime, I guess. No, it's okay. Easy drinking, just chilling. I'll have 2 beers while I watch the stream tonight and hang with you guys. David Brown, did I say hello to you? If I did not, hello. Good to see you. All right, let's get SummerSlam 06 fired up. Hopefully you have gone to your Peacocks and gotten your timers and your play buttons and all that ready. I have to do one more little thing. Yeah, okay, good. All right, we're good. All right, we are ready to rock. All right, fingers on the timers or fingers on the play buttons, boys and girls. I'll put my finger on the timer. Y'all put them on the play buttons. That's how we do it up in her. All right, I am locked and loaded and ready to go. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, play, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Yes, I have done it again. We've been doing watch-alongs now for about 3 years, and I think I've screwed up twice on the play button. That's pretty good. I don't know how many watch-alongs in total we've done now. Definitely over 100. So I got a 98% success rate. It's not bad. All right, we're getting a nice little video package here for SummerSlam 06. I should pay attention to this because I don't know a whole lot about this show. When Barry mentioned it, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do that. Didn't even look at the Wikipedia page. Usually I check out the card, but not today. I definitely ordered this pay-per-view. I was still ordering pay-per-views around this time, so I probably purchased this. Actually, I know I did. King Booker. I don't think I'm going to have this on DVD or anything. It's possible I do. We'll look at it later. Oh yeah, this is Booker T and Batista. Help me out. Was this when Batista... Was this when he came back? Did he get injured? Yeah, was he injured in 06? Did he work Mania, Batista? Did Batista work Mania 22? No. He must have been hurt. Oh yeah, it's Cena and Edge. That's right. All right, Cena and Edge. Oh, yeah, I guess this would have been right after. Okay, so this would have been after also Rob Van Dam's arrest, right? After One Night Stand? Yeah, okay, all right. It's starting to come together now. I'm starting to remember. All right, where are we at? Are we in Barclays for this? Or L.A.? What is this song? What is this music? Sounds weird. Is this like Shaggy, Mr. Lover Lover? That's what it sounds like. Is this Mr. Lover Lover? I don't know what I'm listening to. It's whack. Do people still say whack? I do. K-Dog, I'll hit that super in just a second, okay? Oh, no, they're in Massachusetts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're in Boston. They're at TD Garden. That's right. Because this one was TD Garden, and I think next month, Unforgiven is like Toronto, right? Edge and Cena both had matches in their hometowns. Yeah, I kind of remember. This music is just not... What is going on with the music, guys? Can y'all help me with this? Look at the girl behind him dancing. Oh, yeah, get it, girl. I don't think you're really listening to the music that's playing here, though. Let's get through these introductions so we can get rid of this music and find out what the first match is. Joey Styles, Itaz. Oh yeah, the ECW's on the top. ECW title's on the line too, right? Okay, this is gonna be Ray. All right, Ray's opening the show. Shout out to my boy, my friend Kevin. Thanks for the $10, dude. Just watched you and Elizabeth's reaction to the Nexus versus Team WWE match at SummerSlam. Had Nexus gone over in that match? How far high could the Nexus have gone? In the grand scheme of wrestling history, not super far, in my mind, but for the time, for as boring and just horrific as things were in those days, Nexus was something that fans were actually kind of liking, and I think if they would have won there, it might have made 2010 and 2011 maybe a little bit more enjoyable, in my opinion. Could have made some stars, you know, a bona fide star out of Wade Barrett instead of a what could have been. But I don't think we'd be looking at, put it this way, I don't think the Nexus would have reached the levels of the Shield. But I think they would have been something that we would have remembered during a time period in wrestling that really wasn't that fun. It would be something that we remembered fondly. That's my belief. But even if the Nexus would have won that night, and even though they had a little bit of momentum and buzz and fans were getting behind the idea, I don't see them as an all-time faction. All right. Wait a minute. It almost... This looks like it's going to be Ray versus Eddie or something here, but Eddie has already passed away. I don't even know what this match is. Is this something to do with Chavo? Oh, the good old days of Eddie and Ray. Oh, maybe he's facing Chavo. Okay, he's facing Chavo. I was about to say, why is Eddie being tied into this? He's facing Chavo. Ooh, Chavo. All right, here comes old Kerwin. I do like his music, because I'm pretty sure this was his music in WCW too, right? Oh, we're going to get a chronicling of them too? I mean, they brought up Eddie a lot really soon after his death. I mean, even that stuff they did with Randy Orton, remember, with the car and all that? I mean, at least it's Eddie's family and his homies that are doing this, you know. Ray and Chavo would never go through with anything if they thought that it was degrading or desecrating the name of Eddie, you know. So I'm sure they know Eddie better than us. And I guarantee it's one of those situations where, like, if Eddie was alive, he'd be into this. That's why I kind of reserve judgment on that stuff, you know, with the Wyatt, you know, family and stuff with the Wyatt Six. I'm like, you know, it's Bo Dallas, it's Bray Wyatt's own brother. Okay, so Chavo is apparently retired at this time? Man, 1 year earlier. Because we watched that SummerSlam, right? I think we did it last year, I think. SummerSlam 05 with the ladder match. Yeah, I saw today. I guess they're gonna let. I guess Bobby Lashley is gone. He's probably gonna go to AEW, I would assume. That's a shame, but also might be kind of fun. Kerwin White, the Mexican Carlton Banks. Oh my God, Carlton. I met Carlton. He came into my restaurant and had dinner. I met Carlton and Niles from Frasier, like, within 2 weeks of each other. They sat at the same table. They were both super nice. Carlton did not do the dance. Imagine how many times that poor man's been asked to do that. Oh. I was a big Hillary and Ashley Banks fan. Still am. I think Ashley Banks might be my #1 sitcom crush. She's up there. Got machismo. Ray's got machismo. I don't recall too much of, like, they showed a little bit of here in the, you know, or they talked a little bit about it here, but I don't remember totally what led to all this. I mean, it really seemed like as soon as Eddie died, you know, his death, you know, there was a cloud over a lot of these wrestlers. You know, Eddie or Ray even going into WrestleMania and winning the title. All of that was for Eddie, you know, the Hall of Fame. And these two guys were standing next to each other during all of that. And now they're continuing it instead of maybe letting all that go after the Hall of Fame and after WrestleMania and the big, you know, emotional win for Ray. I would have maybe pumped the brakes on it after that in retrospect, but did Chavo lose it? Did that match with Kane have something to do with it? No, maybe that's coming later. Did Chavo lose a match that made him retire? Is that what happened? I don't even remember. We All Pro Wrestling will fill me in. Okay, Chavo cost Ray the world title. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Ben. Oh, yeah, because no wonder. Ray's not the champion, obviously. Chavo cost Ray the world title at Great American Bash 2 months earlier. Okay, well, that would explain it. See? Now it's all making sense. That checks out. Yeah. It's all making sense now. Oh no, Ray just lost his mask. Holy shit. Put your shit back on, Ray. Oh shit, did I miss George Morris's super chat? My bad, George. Shit, you were like one of the first ones to say anything. My God. $5 from you earlier, before we even started. Hey Greg, how are you doing and how is Tito? Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1, very weak. And Who Killed WCW, very boring. What do you think? Are you worried? Yeah, Who Killed WCW didn't give us a whole lot of new information there. Tito is always as great. He's been up my ass ever since I've been home from vacation. I actually don't have an eye on him right now. The little fucker could be anywhere. Don't know where he is. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1, maybe weak. Yeah, it was. I still very much enjoyed it because I'm a complete mark. But I can understand it being a little weak. All of a sudden, there's this brand new fictional tournament that nobody's ever heard about until now that Mr. Miyagi competed in years and years ago. And, you know, they're kind of adding a lot to the story. Wow. And I didn't love that. I love some of the little moments there. There's a couple of Easter eggs, callbacks to the old movies. You know, Kyler turning babyface and beating up a bunch of frat boys was kind of fun. Johnny and Mike Barnes had a fight, and Johnny beat him clean. That's huge. That is huge. Because in the Karate Kid movies, they portrayed Mike as the superior fighter between the two, and Johnny beat him straight up. And that was kind of cool. But overall, the story, I don't know how Kreese isn't arrested. I don't know how Kreese, you know, is allowed to roam free, you know, being on the run like that. It's a little weird. I hope it ends strong. I do. Oh, big uppercut. Big uppercut. You learned that move in the Mexican Football League, the MFL. I remember Jesse Ventura saying that once. Cracked me up. Yeah, congrats to Nick Nemeth on his TNA World Championship. We talked about Nick yesterday. Hypothetically, if he were to come back to NXT and make an appearance there, since there is a working agreement between the two companies, if he'd be Nick Nemeth or if he'd be Dolph Ziggler. It might be neither. He might not come in at all, but you never know. Okay, thank you, We Are Pro Wrestling. So Angle was officially released 5 days after this show. I was thinking he was already gone. Wow, crazy time, man. Crazy time. Roman Stone, you're cooking ribs. I'm jealous. I'm not cooking ribs this weekend. I usually cook ribs for paper. I'll probably make SummerSlam ribs in 2 weeks. SummerSlam ribs in Greg's kitchen. This is just a normal Haribo gummy bear, whatever. Totally safe and natural. No artificial flavors. Just vitamin A, B, vitamin THC. You know, that stuff. Just good for you. Come on, Ray. Jeez. And both men are out. Well, I'm really happy that I don't know who wins this match. I kind of hope Ray does. Oh, Lord, here comes Vicky. She puts on her makeup, brushes that short, dark hair. Go. God, she's not even like fully heel yet. She's got that voice, man. Oh, slap from Vicky. Oh, I thought Ray was going to dive on Vicky. Yeah, Vicky, that's twice now. Did she miss her cue on that one too? It's not a very flattering color. She's wearing like coffee creamer color. The triple verties. Oh. I don't even know what Vicky's screaming about. She almost looked like upset that Ray just hit that move on Chavo. I can't tell. Maybe she's like Elizabeth at WrestleMania 5. Only not as hot. I feel like Vicky's going to do something here. Because Vicky's got to turn heel at some point. Is she already a heel? Is she already doing that thing yet? Oh, there she goes. Oh, my God. I knew she was going to do that. Vicky fell right off the apron, too. Ow. She might have hurt herself. She just gave the match, and maybe is she fronting? Did she turn heel? I mean, at some point she has to turn into that obnoxious heel that she becomes, right? I don't recall what year that goes on, but it's only 2006 here. Rock's shitting on her 6 years later in 2012 or whatever. Big Froggy, that should do it. All right, so she's GM in 07 after the wedding, after the Theodore Long wedding and Edge on SmackDown. Okay. Oh, yeah. They had some weird stories back then, man. I think they did an A&E on Eddie, didn't they? But they wouldn't do Eddie and Vicky. They would just do Eddie. Vicky don't need no biography. Here's what it would be like. Vicky Guerrero. She sucks. The end. Yeah, if she was out there trying to be like a Helen Hart type of thing, it just did not work out. Like, watch how she botches this here. Watch her fall. Ow. Oh, yeah, she's got the wrong shoes for that, too. Chavo, his frog splash is not quite as good as Eddie's. Stop, please. Yeah, this didn't, none of this shit landed to me. This slow motion of Vicky making these faces is pretty funny. It's ripping them apart. Oh, Booker. I forgot about how wild Booker was.
My king! What dost thou contemplate on this most long...
What dost thou contemplate?
As I ponder, how SmackDown has become a much, much better place since I came Booker.
I liked it for like a couple of years, he was just straight nuts. Just straight nuts. This peasant. Okay, help me out. So, I'm pretty sure this is Batista's return match after injury, and he'll probably win back his title here, right? And then carry it into next year's WrestleMania and drop it to Taker? Something like that, right? Has Booker and Batista gotten in the fight yet? I think they have, right? I think the fight's already happened. Oh, look at here. Here's Edge. Here's somebody who's not crazy. Who is this rogue?
You know exactly who I am. I am the WWE.
Who is this rogue? You had a match against him at WrestleMania over shampoo, didn't he?
This is the WWE Women's Champion.
That matters not.
What is your point, Squire?
This is ridiculous.
That makes us the most powerful couple in sports entertainment. You see, I don't know if you can beat Batista.
You can. You can beat him.
See, despite overwhelming odds stacked against me tonight, I am gonna bitch slap John Cena. Just like I bitch slapped his old man last week. Just like the Yankees are bitch slapping the Sox right out of the playoffs as we speak.
Oh, boo.
So, maybe you're up for a small wager.
A wager.
Sure. I say, when I, King Booker, hold on to my world heavyweight title, and you
You.
Lose yours. You come to my SmackDown kingdom and bow down and kiss my royal feet.
Kissing the feet.
Good king.
That's good, my king. Charmel likes it.
Well, when I keep my WWE Championship and you lose your World Heavyweight Championship, how do you come over Raw and be my royal servant?
All right, so if Edge loses, he kisses Booker's feet. If Booker loses, he's got to be Edge's servant. Does that happen? Because I'm pretty sure Edge wins and Booker loses, I think. Does he actually go to Raw and become a servant? No. No, they wouldn't. No. They wouldn't do that, would they? I'm glad they used the word servant. Which isn't much better, but it's better than the other word. Boy, they'd fucking tread a line sometimes, man.
It is now time for ECW to take WWE SummerSlam to the extreme edge. Oh, no doubt we got the ECW World Championship at stake.
Oh, shit. No, Batista does not win the title. Y'all spoiled it for me. I thought he did. Okay, so that explains why I don't remember Booker showing up on Raw being anybody's servant. I thought with Cena and Edge, they won in each other's hometowns. I think, like, Edge wins tonight and then Cena wins in Toronto. That's what I think, but I could be wrong. We watched Unforgiven 06, like, last year, I think. My memory, man. Oh, yeah, Rob was back now from his suspension. Okay, so this is, so Sabu got the contract. Look how big the Big Show is. Sabu, you know what? Am I wrong about remembering that this match might not be horrible? I think it is, though. Ooh, chokeslam on a clipboard. Damn, that's gotta suck.
This match is for the ECW World Title and will be competed under Extreme Rules.
All right, so this is what, Sabu and Big Show?
As the #1 contender, choosing first, the challenger is the suicidal, homicidal,
Sabu getting a championship match at SummerSlam. That's just wild. I loved the aura of Sabu in ECW, but never outside of ECW.
no matter what it takes, no matter how much it hurts or injures Sabu, he will never last. He will get it done, sacrifice it all.
But why is he genocidal? What does he do that makes him genocidal? That's always been my question. I guess diving into people, that would count. One of the biggest, we talk about what ifs. What if Rob Van Dam never got pulled over? How long would that have gone? Would his run only have lasted until SummerSlam? Or would he have carried the titles for a while? There's referee Mickey J. He's an ECW referee? Oh, wow. Sabu right off the bat, chucking. That's smart strat. I cannot believe how big Big Show looks. I mean, Sabu. Oh, Sabu did work a couple of early Monday Nitro matches. And the Giant was in that locker room. This is what you don't want. Big Show is bow-legged now. Yeah, but Big Show, he struggles to be mobile, but that's only to be expected. I mean, he's a pro wrestler, and he's in his 40s, and he's the size that he is. He's probably going to have difficulty for the rest of his life. I think Earl headed over to TNA as soon as WWE let him go. Probably somewhere around this time. I don't recall when Earl finally wrapped things up, but him and his brother, I guess, were selling bootleg shit. And they got busted. And that's a shame, because Earl probably would have been... If that would have never happened and Earl would have remained with WWE until he fully retired, I think he'd be the first referee to go in the Hall of Fame. Wow.
In the eyes of the extreme giant tells the story. Good luck to Sabu leaving Beantown with the ECW title.
Well, I don't think his AEW salary would have any bearing on whether or not he traveled in a bus. He himself can afford a bus. But I don't think he's really, boarding 100 flights a week these days. So he might still have a bus, but he doesn't travel a ton. It's not like we see him all the time on AEW, so his travel at this point is minimal anyway. But I think if Big Show has a desire and he prefers to travel by bus, he'll travel by bus whether or not AEW provides it or not. That's my belief anyway. Ooh. The Big Show is down. The ECW World Champion Big Show. What a weird year. Ray Friend, hello. All right, thanks for that, We Are Pro Wrestling. So Earl is already there. Earl is in TNA right now in 06. His first night was when Christian won the world title. Crazy. Mr. McMahon was the best ECW champion. He's definitely the most whack. Table time. Yeah, Sabu, you're an idiot. Oh, thumb to the eye, smart. It is crazy that Sabu is getting like a pay-per-view match here at SummerSlam, considering he was in that card too with Rob Van Dam. Wow. There's a big running springboard off the chair, bulldog through the table. They're not all chanting that. In Chicago, you've ever been to, like, the city of Chicago and you've ever been to the Bean? How come Boston doesn't have the Bean? Why is the Bean not there? It's weird. Oh my God, this match. Big Show's busted open on his head there. I don't know how he...
Well, Sabu's down. Now the Big Show just dragging Sabu effortlessly into the corner, and gotta wonder, does the Big Show know that he's busted up?
We got Jim Ross, Taz, and Justin Roberts all at ringside for this match. And Big Show in the ring. That's a lot of AEW going on. Whoa. And Sabu, who worked for AEW within the last year, didn't he? So Big Show basically just delivered a Vader bomb to Sabu. Good to see you, Ricky. Yeah, see, you liked Barry. You liked the S logo, huh? I was okay with it. My favorite's the original logo. I like the original everything. I don't hate the logo now, though. I think it looks pretty cool. Steel steps again. All right, so Big Show's put both sections of the steel steps in the ring. Now he's going... What is that yellow and green thing? Is that like trampoline? What is that green thing down there? Y'all see that? What do you suppose that's for? Sin Cara's not here yet to dive over the rope, so what the hell is that? All right, he is just setting up. All right, so Big Show, I guess, is going to build a fort out of these steps and table. That does not look right. Oh, man. Nope. Oh, that's a rough bump, too. This resurrection of ECW was such a mistake. I mean, it gave us two pretty good one-night stands, but the whole thing just was terrible. ECW never had a good moment in this form. Fix that table leg. You're going to regret that. Of all the years we use tables, they never seem to get it right. Oh, there it worked. Oh, that's got to be it. Good. Finally, this crap's over. Yeah, Vince McMahon posed for Muscle and Fitness the month after I did. We were back-to-backers on that. The general public preferred my spread. Joey Styles trying to put this over like it's some ECW classic is pretty funny. It was shit. This whole ECW era was shit. They should have never resurrected it, because all they were going to do was just make it a WWE version. I mean, if they would have taken ECW and did what they do with NXT, giving it its own home and whatnot, you know, then maybe. But we've never seen any success. You know, same thing when NXT started, it was being taped, you know, prior to TV tapings. Then when ECW was resurrected by WWE, they were just holding tapings before Raw or SmackDown. AEW, same thing. They were taping the Ring of Honors before their shows and after and all that crap. And if they would have brought back WCW, they would have done the same thing. Nitro would have just looked just like Raw. So it's only going to work if you actually, if you don't try to make it as cost effective as possible and actually try to make it its own brand. Oh, look, it's the Diva Search. They were all so beautiful. I don't even know who that is. I know Layla. It's got to be Layla. Yeah, I remember in these days, I hated the Diva Search stuff, but I remember her specifically at the time. I was like, God damn. She is something. Oh, here comes Trish. Ooh, who's Trish with? All these. Look at Layla. Oh, are they going to haze her or something? Oh, these bitches. Look at these bitches. Oh, poor Layla. They're all ignoring her. Even Tori and Ashley are ignoring her, and Trish. I love how they're not accepting her. You think you can win a little contest and call yourself a diva? Says the person that's won 16 bikini contests in the ring. Isn't Trish about to retire next month? Yeah, Layla, that's beyond hot. Hot's not the right word. What's hot times infinity? That's what that is. Okay, Trish, thanks for the lecture. Appreciate it. Ah, I knew they were fucking with her. Oh, that was good. Hey, they even swerved me. Oh. Oh no, what are they gonna do to her? Oh, we're gonna put her in the shower. Okay. Well, you got to do that. Yay! Oh. Oh, okay. Well, you have to wash that part, and we have to get over it. Get it? No, you missed over there. Got to get it more wet. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then there you go. Okay, and then put it more over there. Now make sure you rub it. Yeah. Okay, good. Now you want to make sure you get the front. Okay, there you go. See now? Okay. Okay. All right then. Okay, I'm back. Women's Evolution in 2006. Man. Oh, it's time for this now. It's Randy Orton versus Hulk Hogan. God, this match makes me fucking vomit. This one's almost more infuriating than the one with Shawn. Fuck this guy. And them constantly bringing him back to win. I hate Hulk Hogan. Bro, you look like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Only slightly less dumb. I love how we transitioned from divas in the shower to racist pile of flesh in a hot dog skin. Oh, Brooke is in the ring too? I forgot about Brooke. I forgot about the daughter.
See you at SummerSlam, brother. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, doesn't he RKO him here? Oh, look at Hogan taking the bump on the car. What happened to him, Randy? What happened to you, Dad? What happened? I cannot believe he beats Randy Orton here. I don't even want to watch this, but we have to. Oh, I forgot about Jake Roberts. I forgot he did that.
Doesn't know anything about respect. He has no respect for my
Oh my God, the family. Hogan knows best.
He has no respect for my daughter. The symbolism is somewhat perverse. He's got no respect for any other Hulkamaniacs. No! Only RKO on the Orton at SummerSlam. The joke is over. At SummerSlam, I kill the biggest legend that there
Hogan and Ace Orton had some pretty fun TV matches that I remember when I was a kid in like '86. But Junior absolutely should have beat Hogan here. Or I guess not Junior. But Randy, young Randy should have beat Hogan. Randy strutting out there is like, I can't believe I got to lose to this old fuck. That sucks. Rodrigo, no, we can't skip it. We got to watch it. Every bit of it, entrances and everything. All right, let me go grab, since they're making their entrances, I'm going to go grab another coldie. Yo, Chris, thanks for the $10, bro. Time flies. I was going into my junior year of college when this SummerSlam happened. I should have gone to school in San Diego, not Connecticut. I think that's CT, right? All that was on my mind was girls and lifting weights. Right on. Oh yeah, that would have been San Diego would have been a better spot. If all you're looking for is girls, we have an excellent selection here in San Diego. Yeah, we're about a year away. Ray's right from young Cody showing up. All right, a real American, my God. Yeah, Hogan, right? He's undefeated at SummerSlam, isn't he, Hogan? Yay. Oh. Oh, the flag. Yeah, I know. Oh. I was never more over Hogan in my life than I was around this time. I've pretty much just despised the thought of him from this moment on. Maybe SummerSlam 05. I was almost kind of somewhat tolerant of him when he first came back in 02 with the NWO, because I thought some of that was kind of good. And just having him back in the fold a little bit didn't really bother me. The match with Vince at 19 wasn't even half bad, to be honest. I didn't hate it, but that match with Shawn, that was a sour taste that I just could never get rid of. And then this one was even worse. And then after that, the show, you know, led him down the road of being just a complete piece of shit. He's a pathological liar. And kind of a racist. What is there to like about this football-skinned fuck? Banging out his friends' wives. What kind of shit is that? If Hulk Hogan would have had the personality of a Mick Foley, I might have gone on to like him more than Bret Hart. But his desire to do business to benefit himself before anybody else, 100% of the time. Everybody's got to look out for themselves, you know? That's not uncommon. But when you put your own interests and your own finances in front of the whole entire business, I just have issues with that. And there are plenty of occasions where you could look at, this match included, the year before also included, where Hogan could have either not competed or taken a loss, and he still would have been every bit of the icon that he was. It would have done nothing to damage his legacy, his reputation, his career, nothing. He was already a made man, Babe Ruth level household name, still insistent on beating the other guys. There's no justification for that at all. Not in this stage of his career, anyway. I don't even know how long this match goes. This better be inside of 10 minutes. Maybe inside of 12. If this thing goes 15, my testicles are going to fall off. Wait until he goes to TNA. Yeah. Daniel, I wasn't talking about Austin and Cena. I was talking about Hogan. Don't what about me. Their situations are separate of this. There'll be a time I'll talk about Austin, I'll talk about Cena, talk about all that crap. But in this instance, I'm talking about Hogan. What about so-and-so is a weak defense. Hogan's got, his hair is a little long, too. Definitely longer than it was in the 05 match. Nice Trish Swallows sign in the crowd right there front and center on the hard cam side. Let me see, we were at 2006. So yeah, we were probably starting to get some of the first early picture cameras, or picture phones, or camera phones, that's what I'm trying to say. I had a flip phone that would take photos. They didn't look very good, but they would do it. Yeah, there's always going to be a portion of the audience, like the aura of Hogan is always going to be somewhat over, you know. The fans will always start playing along when he's in there. There was just no reason for him to be at this point. I tolerated the 0-2 run, even though I thought it was whack that Triple H lost the title a month after winning it at WrestleMania. I kind of understood why they felt like they might have to do that and try to get a little mini run out of this, returning Hogan and these massive reactions he's getting. But now he's literally not on TV at all. He's just coming back to show up to beat guys. There's no benefit to that. There's no positives to come out of that. I mean, he is completely bald, except for the back. It is so weird. That hair is just so bizarre. He's doing the suck it. Give me a break. The Boston audience is playing along. Oh, now he's biting him. Hogan would always like to bite. Ew, he bit a chunk of his forehead off and then spit it out. Oh, thumb in the eye. Are we going to have, like, Hogan blading or anything in this match, I wonder? I mean, he seems to be dominating Randy Orton at this point. I wish 2024 Randy Orton would hit the ring right now. He'd probably be bigger than Hogan. And take him out. So crazy. If Hogan beat Bret, Stone Cold, or Sting, I'd be mad. I think he beat all those guys, didn't he? Except for maybe Stone Cold at some point in his career. Look at Hogan threatening the... I like how Hogan's kind of playing heel here. Why not? Well, in my memory, my personal memory, I always don't remember thinking fondly of this match, and that's being confirmed now, because this sucks. All right, there's Randy Orton's finally going to get... I was about to say, Randy's going to have to take control here before Hogan hulks up and boots and leg drops him, but we got to get a little Randy comeback first. Hogan's got a torn meniscus, yeah, but would it matter? When in SummerSlam 2005, was Hogan Shawn the main event? What was the main event? It might have been the main event. They were on the poster. Probably was the main event. We just watched it last year, but I don't remember. Oh. Gorilla might, or Gorilla. Jim Ross might have just answered my question. I think you just said Hogan main evented 4 SummerSlams, and I know he didn't main event in 1990. So maybe it was a main event last year. Yeah, it was. Okay. I don't remember who the hell was champion in 05. Let me think. So it would have been Batista and Cena probably, right? Oh yeah, I guess I can see why they did main event. Nobody home. What's happening? I think it would be cool. I don't think he comes out, but if Cowboy Bob came out, I would love that because Hogan and Ace had a lot of wars back in the day. The gleam in his eye. Was he going to hit it and Hogan's going to kick out of it? That's what's going to happen, is it? Thank you, Rodrigo. I appreciate that. You're not going to like the view. Who's this referee? RKO. Hey, he just beat him. I mean, the referee's hand came down 3. Hey, maybe WWE pulled a fast one like Hogan pulled with Sting at Starrcade. But his hand hit 3. This makes the match even more frustrating because Orton should have won. I'm actually kind of glad they did that because at least that doesn't make it squeaky clean, just mostly clean. There's a big difference between being mostly dead and all dead. Here comes Hogan. He's hulking up. How many times? How many times do we have to see this, Lawler? Yeah. People with Hulk Hogan profile pictures complaining about what Orange Cassidy does not being realistic. If you want a good sense of where the wrestling community's head's at. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, well, neither does this. It is not sending chills up and down my spine, Lawler. I promise you it's not. Whatever the opposite of chills are, that's what's happening. Hulkamania is still alive for some reason. That match benefited nobody except Hulk Hogan. Not the wrestlers, not the company, not the fans, not the business. Hogan only. That's not what you want. We just had I mean, this year was the 40th anniversary. It would have been the 22nd anniversary back then in 06, but I did the big video on Hulkamania's 40th anniversary back in January. If you haven't seen that, please watch it because I talked pretty honestly about him. Look at that guy's tattoo. Good grief. Bro. It would look a little better if you maybe had a tan and ate a salad. Fight for your right. Ugh. Yeah, I know you beat him. Yeah, thanks for looking right into the hard cam and just reiterating that you beat Randy Orton. I know the posing routine here is longer than the match. Can't deny Hogan was running wild. I think he was walking safely more than he was running wild, but I mean, I feel like the Hogan routine is a lot like the what chants. Fans are just going to do it, you know? It's just like Vince McMahon, you know, when no matter what he's been accused of and how much awful evidence we read about what a sick, disgusting pig he is, if he were to come out to the ring tomorrow, fans in the arena would sing his theme song. It's just what they do. And I think like a lot of these Hogan matches, and this time, there was plenty of times throughout Hogan's career where he was massively over. I don't know who that woman he kissed is, but when it came to this point, you know, it was just the fans acting out of nostalgia, I guess, because look at this guy. Ugh. I mean, I've been watching wrestling for a long time by this point, and as a fan who grew up a huge Hulk Hogan fan, I had a Hulk Hogan birthday cake when I was 10 years old. I didn't need him. I had no interest or use for him in 2006. None. I would have been perfectly content and happy as a wrestling fan if he just wasn't around. And it seems like Hogan a lot of times came around and won matches when nobody asked for it. Oh, it's raining. Raining in Beantown. And lightning? Oh, God. Let's not lose power. Animalistic I Quit match. This whole situation is so weird. Oh, hey, Melina.
I'm all right.
Are you ready for your match?
I think so.
You think so?
It's just Melina. I've known Ric Flair a long time, and I've never seen him look in his eyes like the one he gave me Tuesday night at ECW. It's a little different side of Ric Flair than I was really prepared for.
And this feud is because of, like, they took the real-life beef from the shots they took at each other in the books and brought it to TV. Is that how I'm remembering this? Is that...
Right in front of me.
Yeah.
You know, Mac, maybe this match isn't such a good idea. You know, not only for you, but for me too. Nick, I associate myself with winners. I'm the manager of champions. If you go out there and lose, it's not gonna look so good for my reputation.
You don't think I can win this match?
Melina's like, if you lose, it's gonna... Is she his manager or something? Why are they together?
Ric Flair had in his eyes on Tuesday night, it would be nothing compared to the look I gave him when I gleefully grabbed that microphone and forced the letters I-Q-U-I-T out of that worthless piece of crap.
I hate that Mick Foley was agreed to have an I Quit match with Ric Flair and lose. That's what I can't understand.
This contest is the I Quit match.
All right,
Now in this match, there's no disqualification,
Lillian.
no countout, and no pinfall. The only way to win is to force your opponent to say, I quit.
Yeah. So this is just a few months after the big match at WrestleMania. So Foley is, you know, back full force in 06 here, working some pay-per-views.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this may be the most physically intense matchup of the entire evening.
Introducing first, from Long Island, New York, Mick Foley.
Now, I don't say that with any disrespect to the ECW Extreme Rules match or the any other match
Hmm. Michael Cuomo, you got through it, huh? Latest season. A lot of fans are kind of disappointed by it, or maybe a little let down by it. I'm too much of a fangirl mark to be let down by it because I just want to see the conclusion, but I get that it didn't give me the same feelings though as other seasons did. All right, here comes Flair. Does Flair wrestle in his normal shit here, or does he coming out here in like street fight gear? No, I guess it's normal stuff. All right. Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. SummerSlam matches in 06. That's just crazy. And 05, I think. The fans playing the drums. Flair's got quite the rough black eye there. I mean, I guess Foley and Flair got over their issues, you know, against each other if they were willing to have a match. I think Hogan and Foley even had a conversation last year or so where they kind of buried the hatchet on some of that stuff too. Because Hogan and Flair, you know, they're the exact type of wrestler who would put down a wrestler like Foley because they are so different. And their philosophies on how to make money, they believe is the only philosophy you should have. And Mick Foley did things a drastically different way, so they naturally think it's wrong and weird, and he wasn't a smart worker, performer, that type of thing. And you see a lot of people that have that opinion. It's very common amongst wrestlers like those guys or wrestling fans who enjoy those type of wrestlers the most. That's the type of shit they say. And it's stupid because it's one, you know, it's short-sighted and narrow-minded. I quit. Say it, Rick. I don't want to hear you breathing. Does it count if you can't talk?
Only giving Flair a chance to end this somewhat mercifully. Referee, you see, carrying a microphone.
Well, let's just go ahead and start out with some little barbed wire. Wrap it up around your hand.
These two future WWE Hall of Famers looking to name each other here tonight.
Who's got... Oh, he's got him by the balls. Ouch. People still had the digital cameras. I got one. It's right here. Lumix. I record some video on this, but I don't really need to carry it around. Yeah. Yeah, is Foley bleeding from his chest? Right where his dude love tattoo is? Yikes. Oh, he is too. Ugh. You don't want to be chest bleeding. Oh, what a bump over the stairs. God, Foley can still do that. It's 06 here. He's been doing that now going on almost 20 years. Crazy. Jesus. Store still spelled disposable cameras. That's how I took pictures for all of the wrestling shows I went to back in the day. That's why my pictures all suck. I gotta bust them out again and just see if I can salvage any good ones to show here on the channel or something. Because I have hundreds. But they're all faded. A bunch of them have my finger in front of the flash. Oh my god. Or in front of the screen. The lens. Oh, there's Foley, or Flair busted. Multiple lacerations. We got bloody chests. We got bloody faces. We got barbed wire stapled to tables. We got trash cans, trash can lids. We want fire. We want fire. Oh, Flair and his bleeding. My God. Was the year before when Flair... What year was it that he worked with Jericho? No, it wasn't 05 because Jericho worked with Cena. I guess that would have been like 03 or 04. Oh my God, that piece of plywood with... Oh, God. I only encountered barbed wire when I was a kid. We used to come across it like fucking around playing in the woods or whatever. I did a lot of playing outside, climbing trees, building forts, playing sports. I did so much outside shit. And I remember seeing barbed wire, like, outside a lot when I was a kid. And I never came across barbed wire again. I haven't never done any time in prison because the cops still haven't found me. Oh, kiss my ass. So I've never seen barbed wire. Ooh. Damn. I don't know how Flair makes a comeback here. Oh, there's the thumbtacks. Unless I'm grossly misremembering this match and Foley actually wins, but I don't think he does. Because I remember being pissed. Maybe less pissed than... Because both these guys are retired, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who beats who. So I'm a little bit less pissed about this loss than I was Hogan beating Orton. But I remember at the time being like, really? Oh, no. Is this really happening? Oh, my God. What? Fucking props to Flair. He's about 3 years older than Joe Biden is here around this time, and he's landing on thumbtacks? Holy cow. Oof, my hands are on my back. All I can do is feel my own back. As a wrestler, that's one thing that my brain cannot envision how they do it, how they take a thumbtack bump. I probably would be the wrestler that would refuse to do it and would probably damage my reputation. I would be like, I'm not doing that. I'm just not. You can't pump me full enough adrenaline to make that okay for my body. I mean, you're going to have to put a lot of zeros on the end of that pay-per-view check. And then maybe. But I'm not just going to do it. And then you'll hear the online reports. Meltzer be like, word behind the scenes is that Greg Morgan's a huge pussy. Doesn't want to take a thumbtack bump. And then I'll do an interview and they'll ask me about it. Is it true that you're a pussy and you don't want to take thumbtack bumps? And I'll be like, well, yeah, it is. Oh. This is bizarre. Only nuts. Flair has not worked hard to pull any thumbtacks out of him. They're all in his elbow. My God. And now we got the baseball bat barbed wire upside the head, the shoulder, the body of Foley. Oh. What is that? That sign's got barbed wire on it, too. His left arm is hanging. Oh, wow. You quit or I'll kill you right here. Oh, he's grabbing him by the... Oh, Foley. Is there a table out there? And Foley's looks like he's about to bump. Oh, my God. It looked like he actively tried to miss the padding so he could hit the hardest part possible. Oh, my God. Yeah, he kind of landed. Oh. I don't even know how Foley walks. I mean, he barely walks today, but... Last we heard, he still kind of wanted to have one more match. I don't know how that's possible. Who's this? Oh, Melina's here. Melina's here to save the day. Oh, are they just going to end it? That's not how it ends, is it? This isn't a lay down on your ass match. That's actually kind of funny. Something Austin would say. Hell no, this ain't a lay down on your ass match. The contract says I quit. And I'll be damned if you're going to quit, Mick Foley. You know, something like that. So the referee's going to allow Flair's... oh, just roll in the thumbtacks. That's normal. That's what you want to do. The bat is hung on him. It's just going to get more violent. More gruesome. Barry, that is true. This is a great lay down on your ass match. One of the best lay down on your ass matches I've ever seen. It's right up there on the top. With Ric Flair's final match could be considered that. That's a hyperventilating on your ass match. Well, grab the microphone and ask Foley before he loses another body part. Oh, poor Melina. Oh, the bat is just stuck to his hair. It's all hanging in him. Jesus. What's Melina doing? Oh, she's throwing the towel in. Gonna ring the bell a second time? Okay. What's Flair's line gonna be this time? This isn't a diva search lays on her ass match or something. Flair's still going at him. Flair's still not having it. Oh, God, he's got her by the hair. Oh, he's so bloody, too. Don't put her through the tax, please. Foley's got the mic. He'll probably quit here if he threatens to hit Melina. Oh, Flair just rolled in the tax. He doesn't give a shit. I mean, that was bloody and violent. I like this way more than Big Show and Sabu, that's for sure. I haven't really watched this match since it happened because I just remember not liking the finish. I'm a way bigger Mick Foley fan than I am a Ric Flair fan. So the fan in me was like, oh, come on, Foley would have wasted him in a hardcore match, you know? I can understand Foley losing to Orton and Edge in matches like this, but Flair, somebody who's even older than he is, and doesn't even work these style of matches with any regular occurrence, Foley inventing a lot of the innovative offense that they used, and he gets beat at his own game by a man who shit on him in his book and stuff. I was probably a little butthurt about it. Ric Flair, fuck off. Yeah, Barry loved this one. Yeah, I mean, this was good. Thumbtacks in his head, bleeding everywhere. I mean, even Flair, to his credit, you know, took the thumbtacks with his bare ass back. I mean, it's got a t-shirt or, you know, wearing something or not, it hurts. But it just feels like it's extra bad. I think that's what made me respect Randy Orton, is he took him the hard way, you know? I'm like, that's awesome. I think my favorite ever, though, was Triple H, Pedigree, and Foley on the tacks. That was the gnarliest thing I've ever seen. Poor Foley. So bloody. And we still got 2 world title matches coming up. Oh, and this nonsense. Oh my God, it's Andrade Armado Ruiz or something. What's his name? Oh, it's it's Andrade Kilimanjaro Martinez or something.
Umaga is the meanest, baddest, the toughest, perhaps the greatest monster in all of the WWE. Amigos, rest assured.
Rest assured. This guy's crazy. Who talks like this? I was not a fan of that character. Alejandro Martinez Rodrigo or whatever. Don't like him. You'll never get over in this business in a stupid white hat. Oh, Booker, you weirdo. Did we ever determine if he just went like legally crazy here? And did Dr. Shelby ever take a look at this guy? I am King Booker. Help me. Oh, yeah. I guess he won at Great American Bash, right? Oh, yeah. That makes sense because he wouldn't drop the belt that quick. So I earlier thought that Batista was going to win here, but that makes sense. If Booker just won the title, it makes sense that he would hold it into Survivor Series. I do like the crown, the way his hair comes out of it. That's awesome. Is that all Sharmell does? Is just say that? I love that they saved the gold dust to use it for King Booker. You know, they're like, you know, we got some of that leftover gold dust sparkles from 1996. We just dropped that. Oh, yeah, Sharmell. He looks crazy. Like he's just staring off into space. It's like Booker got one real bad concussion, and it took him like 4.5 years to snap out of it. How long was he King Booker for? Damn, Charmel. Of the world. Yeah, Booker does great. I love how over the top he is, and I love that he does look off his rocker. This is way too long. It borderlines on the aggressively annoying, and I guess that's the point. All right.
Accompanied by Queen Charmel from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 256 pounds, is the World Heavyweight Champion, King Booker.
King Booker. In WCW, I was G.I. Bro. Here, I'm King Booker.
King Booker set to defend his world championship here tonight. Won the title at the Great American Bash last month. But here
All right, here comes Batiste. I have, in the last like 10 years, I've come to appreciate Batista a little more than I used to. Because I like him. He's a cool dude. And at the time, I was having trouble just accepting him. You know, Brock left. You know, if Brock, you know, Brock had no equal. Brock to me was a 10, you know, in terms of intensity and strength and work in the ring. And compared to Brock, because that's unfortunately what I was doing, was comparing Batista to Brock, because how could you not? Batista basically moved into the void Brock left behind. So naturally you're going to compare the two. And, you know, Brock was a 10, Batista was a 3. And even though Batista had a good look, he wasn't nearly as athletic, believable, intense as Brock was. And plus Brock, you know, was a bona fide, you know, collegiate champion wrestler. Dude, he could fight, and Batista was more look to me. But when you minus the Brock comparisons out of that, you just judge Batista for who he was at the time. Now when I go back and watch his matches, I find myself liking them a lot more than I did at the time. And I liked when Booker, you know, or when Batista, when he wanted to, you know, turn it into high gear, he could pull matches out. Good ones. It's like it's the same principle of how you know, I kind of criticize, you know, AEW haters or bad faith haters for comparing AEW to WWE and WWE only in their minds, because they're not as good as WWE. That means they fucking suck. When in reality, they're the second biggest wrestling promotion in the world. So same thing with Batista. You know, I'm unfairly doing that to him by comparing him to Brock. I shouldn't compare him to Brock, because Brock has no equal. Brock is too large, too big, too good. You know, much like WWE is just too big of a company to, you know, directly compare AEW to them, but compare AEW to the rest of the field, they're looking pretty fucking good. And same thing with Batista. He had things to offer that I didn't give him credit for back then. And I see that now. Oh! Hey, did anybody answer? I gotta look at the chat here. Did anybody answer about that fight? When did the fight happen? Was it before or after this? I asked it, but I didn't notice. Yo, Mr. J, glad you're here. Just getting off work. Still time to join in. We're only halfway through the show. Well, a little more than that. Got about an hour or so left. We just watched a crazy one with Foley and Flair. That was nuts. I mean, I also remember at the time, I mean, King Booker, the gimmick is crazy. And it's not, like, bad, because I do find it entertaining. But I liked Booker T enough to where I didn't need that transition. Regular-ass Booker T being in this spot on the card and being champion would have been just perfectly peachy with me. I didn't need him to be fucking half crazy to, you know, get himself more over or something. I was fine with the way he was.
Batista's hope is to finish this match early because he hasn't been in the ring so long. And King Booker, conditioning will not be a factor for the King. It could be for Batista. King Booker doing the wise thing, trying to get out of
Like a Nick Patrick.
hanging Batista up on the top rope, and it buys the champion some time. And remember, a little side bet on the day between King Booker, the WWE champion, and
Oh, yeah, there is a recent picture of Batista. There, he looks very slim, but he's in Hollywood now. And plus, you got to remember, Batista's old. He didn't get into the bit. He's in his, what, mid-30s here? So he's, he ain't no youngin'. I think you'll see, I mean, we've already seen it, but I think you'll see John Cena drop a lot of weight, too, once his wrestling career's done next year. If he continues to do more movies, he's never going to be a small guy, but he's probably going to, he'll probably lean up a little bit. The Rock's the only guy that's going in the opposite direction. He's just trying to get bigger. But I think you're a more versatile actor if you don't look like The Rock. You know, The Rock is going to, you know, he's going to play one role and be one guy. You know, where Cena and Batista have both showed versatility in movies that will likely earn them better roles. I do like Booker's stuff he's got on his arm. I think King Booker should start doing NXT commentary. That would be way better than regular Booker. Who I'm not completely convinced isn't crazy himself. But King Booker would be fun. Oh, belly to belly. Another problem I had when I was comparing in my head, you know, Batista to Brock and stuff was just Batista's mobility. He's way stiffer, you know? He's not light on his feet type of thing. He doesn't come off like an athlete. He just comes off like a big guy. Ooh, he blasted. Wow, I think that shit went flying in the crowd.
Batista's out there, and the odds are against him. He has Queen Charmel. He has King Booker, who is a veteran. I don't give a damn to use the entire building. There's the cover. Hook the leg on the
Smitty, I don't know about Batista. I know he's from DC. That's all I know. That's as far as my Batista knowledge goes in terms of his ethnicity or his family or whatever. I don't know. Danny in Oak Park got a membership dropped on his head by our friend, the Juliet. Always out here doing her work. Thanks again, Juliet. Adding to our membership totals. I got to check. I think we're getting close to 150 members on the channel, which is kind of cool. So next stop, 200. Charmel is actually pretty funny. She's eating it up. Like whenever the camera's on her, she's right in her role there. She would be tough to add to regular Booker, you know, adding her to the package. But in this Queen Charmel role, she's terrific. I was getting annoyed with All Hail King Booker. Oh my God! In the left-handed corner on Charmel's side, I think it's the middle turnbuckle. You can see the white WWE logo covered in blood from the last match. See it?
If he wants that championship back that he said he so badly does, this is his opportunity. And King Booker hung up on the top rope again. Batista, an explosive foot.
I might have put this match before Foley and Flair. Sidewalkie. All right.
You ask what Batista has to do, that is what he has to do. It is play to your strengths. Stay within your core competency. Sometimes Batista is too myopic. He's too nearsighted. He wants to do too much. You stay within your game. That is the way to win a championship. The Queen getting in Batista's face. Batista back on the attack.
Oh.
Booker threw Batista in and delivered it shoulder first into the steel step. There is nothing in a world championship that should distract you. Batista was distracted by the Queen. How could he not be? She's a goddess of high, but you can't be if you want to win a championship. Batista was distracted by her.
I didn't even realize that JBL was on commentary already. That he was starting that in 06.
Batista's in trouble. Missile drop kick connecting. And the King could be moments away from retaining the title. Hook to the leg, shoulders down. There's two. Kick out at 2.5.
DJ, so I'm glad they cleaned the mats after the matches now. Yeah, they used to just leave it all in there. I mean, now they just tie a few mats down, so that way if you get a lot of blood in the ring, which they did not change the mats here. But yeah, now if you get a bunch of blood or shit in the ring, you just untie it and whoosh, reveal the bottom, the next layer.
Anybody can roll strikes and warm up. It's when it's the 10th frame, that's when you got to deliver. And the King is used to doing that. King Booker looking to deliver right here. Kick to the midsection. Bounces off the rope, going to the center.
Nope.
Batista ducks underneath. Kick to the midsection again.
Just a regular vertical. I guess, wow. Oh, a jackhammer. Wow. Batista, to his credit, executed that relatively well. On a big guy, Booker T.
A world championship. It's interesting. They both start throwing
He's no Marco Stunt. Booker T is a big feller.
Batista with those shoulders to the gut of King Booker.
Oof. Mm. Charmel.
There's nothing you can do in a ring that will surprise the King. He is the most well-rounded superstar we have in sports entertainment today. King Booker measuring the challenger Batista.
Well, I feel like Booker T. Does he have those arm things loaded? Another problem I had with Batista is I hate his finisher. I don't like the Batista bomb. Doesn't look like it hurts. I think it's because it's a sit-down power. Oh, Lord Charmel. That's how it ends? Just Charmel jumping in there? Damn it, Charmel. She still backs him up. A few years ago, I went on the Jericho cruise. Booker was there. He had a podcast, and Charmel was his cameraman. She filmed the whole thing. Oh, here we go. Oh. Spine buster. Now we're going to get a Batista bomb. Oh, that's not very good looking. Well, that was lame. But at least King Booker holds on to the title. That's good. That's what we want. Man, can you imagine, like, Goldberg didn't even come back for 10 years after this? Wild. How else would you end a world title pay-per-view match that people spent $50 on? Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's like Batista was like, they made sure Batista was, you know, kind of transitional, but not super transitional. You know, this would have been like the definition of transitional champion if he lost here. At least he holds it until November and coughs it up. And then I think the next year, do I have my memory right on this? The following year, I think is Booker T's exit, right? He works with Triple H, a returning from injury Triple H, and Triple H beats him, and then Booker's off to TNA. Who is that? Oh, Umaga. Oh no, he's talking to, is he talking to the Big Show? Or are they talking to Big Show? Or Kane? Probably Kane. They're talking to Kane. Do it what you will. I feel like that was Kane. Hopefully that was Kane. My God, so it's Shane and Vince versus DX. So is this after? There's that cage match, right? Where like Vince gets his head shoved in Big Show's ass or something? This is after that? Or before that? Oh yeah, Vince loves cock. We know that. Oh my God. Yeah, I just wasn't really entertained by any of this at the time. These are just like silly things, you know. DX, the original, is a little more hardcore. And it was more fun when Shawn actually was a piece of shit, you know, being in DX. Oh, stand back. Oh, the cell match is next. Oh, yeah, we probably watched that. That's probably why I remember that. Degeneration X. Oh my God, Vince. Jesus, he's so impossible to look at. Some resources. You want some resources. Cigars are stupid. Oh, busted with drugs. Naturally. Do you realize Cubans are illegal? Oh my God. Like cops busting out some Cubans. If like a cop finds 2 Cuban cigars in your car, I'm like, bro, do you really want to fill out that paperwork? How about I just give them to you? We call it a day. Shawn is arrested. Yeah, I just don't have any fond memories of this stuff, this time period. I was starting to become over pro wrestling for a little while around this time. Wasn't speaking to me.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. A lot of this early DX footage, like the Titantron, like this stuff here with the stripper, that's all this stuff is recycled Shotgun Saturday Night intro. They shot all this for that. And then they just incorporated it into the DX theme song. Break it down. DJ Solo. I remember being so pissed when they had DJ or DX arrested. I wish I was there to calm your nerves and explain wrestling to you. It's okay, DJ. They say on the internet that it's fake. D-Generation X, dancing around, running around. What really sealed the deal of contempt for me was the glow sticks. That put me over the edge. It's not a fucking Taylor Swift concert. It's DX. I would hate to have to rehearse and practice the pyro thing. All right. Let's get the McMahons out here. At least they should be out here quickly. I always felt like in the 2000s that once Shawn was back and back for good, that this was probably likely to happen. It's just once it did, I was like, They were two drastically different wrestlers than they were in 1997. Both of them. They'd almost reversed roles in a lot of ways.
Are you ready?
I thought this was Boston. I said,
I'm ready. And this part was way more fun. And back in the 90s. Because this was just a spoof on WCW and Michael Buffer. But they're long gone. We're still doing this.
the millions watching around the world. And for Vince McMahon. Because
He loves cock. Still doing gay jokes. I forgot we have to have the intro.
if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya.
Ha! Mike Witt, appreciate the 5. The night DX took over Raw is one of your favorite Raws ever. I remember so little about it. That's probably the week where they're in the truck and whatnot, right? Doing stuff. But yeah, I don't remember a lot of that. I think I was still just not into the new DX. But I should give that a look. Give it another watch and see if it holds up better now all these years later. I was hoping the McMahons would have the same entrance. I loved it. I mean, Vince's song too. Vince's song is like the Royal Rumble 1999 theme, right? He just started using it. It fit him so perfectly. You would think it was written for him. Oh, God, I hate looking at Vince McMahon's face and weird walk. Oh, third episode of July. Okay. Where are they going? Oh, do they have Umanga? Oh, they got the Spirit Boys. Oh, my God. Oh, there we go. We got the answer. Oh. We got the answer what the hell that green and yellow thing was. It was a trampoline. And it's for the Spirit Boys, who are full of spirit. One of these guys gets Kenny, right? He is he's an agent for WWE. Mike, did you send one earlier? I missed it? Oh, yeah, you did. I did. What's up, dude? Thanks for the $5 earlier. Now they have Umaga, right? No? Who's this? Sheamus? Oh, Kennedy. Oh, they gotta beat the shit out of Kennedy for... Oh, so they're gonna bring out like a string of guys for them to face? Oh, and Regal? Well, if Regal's here, I definitely hope Umanga is here. Oh, no. Who's this? And Finlay? Okay. Yeah, thanks again, Mike. Did you hear it's going to be Kamala versus Hogan in November? 80s wrestling will never die. I remember those Kamala versus Hulk Hogan matches. They did scare me at the time because that was before he faced Andre. And I remember when they were talking about him on TV and building up the matches and talking about the live events they were going to work on. I was a scared 8-year-old. I was scared that Hogan might drop the title to Kamala. Sorry, I missed that one earlier. And thanks for the 2 more. Don't forget my super chat earlier. How's Tito? I still don't know where Tito is. Oh, I see him. I got to... So my, this part of my microphone arm, right here. Right where my finger is. If this wasn't here, you would see him under the table. Let's see if I can move it. See, if you look closely, you can see his little face right in the corner there, sleeping under that. It's like a table that I have a blanket over. And it's a little cubby hole I have for him. And he's sleeping right under there. Oh, there. Now you can see him. He's actually in view. Here comes the Big Show, by the way. Because, okay, Sean's going after him. I was about to say, because remember, Triple H and Sean talked to somebody too. And I'm hoping that's Kane. Unless Kane's injured or something. Ooh, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I am back. Thank you for that. Have we gotten Kane yet? Or whoever they were talking to? And Umaga's not even out there yet. Oh. Oh. Well, that light, I thought Triple H caught fire. It looked like the flames were coming out. Oh, poor Triple H. All right, so the McMahons get the huge advantage here on all these guys. Or on these guys with all this help. Vince is very happy about this. Look at Kennedy. Look what I did. Has Hornswoggle showed up yet? When does Hornswoggle show up? Or when does he come into the company? Is he under the ring right now? Have they done the dad angle yet with Vince? Where was Benoit around this time? Was he injured? He's obviously not on the card here, I don't think. He must have been hurt. Where was Benoit in 06? Oh, come on, Shane. Get taken out. Try not to blow out a knee here. Don't be doing leapfrogs, bro. Okay, so he was injured. So he was still on SmackDown, and then he'd go to ECW right before he died. Okay. So that means he must have been... Did he have him? He didn't have a match at WrestleMania 22 then. He was there for the Hall of Fame, right, to induct Eddie, but he must have been hurt during that time, right? Oof.
The McMahons are absolutely remorseless. They're in the glory right now. Everything is going their way.
Oh, choke. I didn't know they still had the tag ropes then. I guess they do. Triple H is still out there selling that table bump. Oh, that was a stiff one. Look at Vince even holding the tag rope. Triple H is starting to stir a little bit. Shawn going after him. Oh, he did. Okay, thanks, Barry. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. I remember the match now. Yeah, I couldn't even remember what he did. Now I remember. I mean, it's 2006, and we have a pay-per-view with Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair all getting matches, and Mick Foley. That's 5 retired people in super high-profile matches. They're not retired, but not full-time competitors. This diabolical duo. Go. Double elbow to Sean. Oh, triple. Oh, no. He's like, hey, JR, how you doing? You mind if I sit in your lap? Oh, my God. Jim Ross. Oh, my God. They were always just messing with him. Like, Ross is like, did you have to land on me, bro? Oh, nice. They do think they're demolition. That was actually really well done. Sometimes Axe and Smash, as much as I loved him, did not execute that move to perfection. They had a couple of ugly ones here and there. I think the worst I ever saw was WrestleMania 5 against Mr. Fuji. It was the worst. Oh, that's a good idea, Mike. You think the Elite jump Briscoe before Blood and Guts on Wednesday, then Omega returns and pins Okada, setting up a match in London? Thoughts? I don't hate the idea of Okada and Kenny at all. I love that. Do we need to sacrifice Briscoe to get there? There might be a way to have our cake and eat it too. But I mean, I guess you mean like having Omega be in the Blood and Guts match. I think the Elite could just win the match, and then Omega could just come out and to the stage after and point at Okada. You'd achieve the same thing, in my mind. Plus, if Kenny's back, you would think he might beat Okada at All In, so then he'd pin him twice if he pinned him in Blood and Guts and All In. But I do like the idea of the match, for sure. I hope Kenny's doing all right. Oh, now they're going to do... I do like that. They did Demolition, now the Doomsday Device. Are they going to do the Heart Attack? They hit the Demolition Elbow and the Doomsday on Sean. I hope they go for the Heart Attack. Maybe they can go for the Brutus Ball. Ooh, nice. Good right hands by both guys here. Well, not that one so much. Make room for Daddy. There's Sean. Vince can't bump. He just cannot bump. He looks like a sack of taters, man, going to the mat. Love that. I always appreciated the Triple H high knee. I think I have like a connection to the high knee because when I first started fucking around with action figures when I was a little kid, it was like one of the first moves I knew how to do. And it's not even a good looking move. But good old high knee, I always liked. Our Beefcake used to try to use it as a finisher. It sucked. Oh, big, spiny. I like how Triple H was kind of in his pudgy stage here. He wasn't like rock hard ripped. Big elbow. Into the black heart. It'd be funny if like just me and my childhood friend just randomly beat up my father and brother-in-law. Oh yeah, Perry and Darby's a given. We're definitely gonna get that. Oh, here comes Umanga. Oh. I was such a fan of Umaga. I loved him. He was one of the only good bits and Samoan Spike. He was the only good parts of a new character that I really liked. I did not like Manager Man. He was just too insane for me, but just the Umaga gimmick and character, I just thought he was so badass. Oh, there's Kane. I knew it was Kane. The big red monster. Kane and Umaga are going to cancel each other out. Look at Umaga selling. There we go. Well, that took care of Umaga. The Cody Samoan Spike spot, it really was. It was very similar. Did the McMahons actually win this? Oh, Vince knocked out the referee. Great. McMahon abusing an employee. I feel like that would be a disqualification. There's no way Vince can win. Or Vince and Shane can win after you literally beat up the referee. Oh, are we going to get the thing? We're going to get the move? I think Vince should try this. Vince, why don't you go try the Van Terminator? Vince has got his back turned. Makes me think Shane's going to botch this. Oh, yes. Sean came in with a super kick. Yeah, the way Vince was like doing the thing with his back turned, I'm like, well, this is going to backfire. Oh, Vince. Oh. Yeah, weak ass pedigree on Vince he's about to hit. Splat. All right, DX wins after all. And they still have to run this back again in the cell? Is that necessary? Do we need that? Jim Ross. And I got landed on by Triple H. Oh, I missed them mocking Brett earlier.
emotionally bankrupt thanks to DX.
Kyoto's even doing this. Is he calling for help for Vince? Or Shane?
Let's check this out one more time. Shane McMahon was about to go coast to coast. I wish he had been looking because Shane was caught in midair.
That was a better angle of the super kick. I'm not a fan of Vince's ring attire. They are out of it. God, that felt like it was a 30-minute match, man, from start to finish, from all the BS they started with. Yeah, there's no way he hit that. That definitely wasn't like the Shelton Benjamin kick. This is like the Red River rivalry. Nobody gives a shit about it, Texas and Oklahoma, except people in Texas and Oklahoma. Oh, are they going to get like more pyro with their pose? Okay, maybe not. No more pyro. Shane. Oh, I mean, that didn't look that bad. It didn't look like Sean connected, but it didn't look horribly bad. The McMahon selling. Oh, Earl Hebner was in I didn't even know Slammiversary was in Montreal. Well, that's cool. I think fans have a right to not like Earl for what he did, but they can't blame him, you know? He wasn't the cause. He was just a part of it. All right, Edge and Cena, here we go. This was a fun rivalry at times. That belt, my God. I would hate to be an Edge or a wrestler during this era that won the world title and had to carry that shit around. Thing is just hideous. Yeah, Edge only had the belt for a short time, right? And then he won it back here recently after RVD had his issues. Oh, the same Raw, July 3rd. Oh, yeah, his dad's out. Oh, slapped his dad in his own house. John Cena Sr. is the best. Oh yeah, I remember Edge getting thrown into water. I mean, I like the rivalry too, because, you know, it was like rock and roll versus hip hop, and you know, they were different characters, and that was all kind of cool. They would definitely be two wrestlers that you would expect to have a rivalry. Monitor upside the head. Oh yeah, the hotel brawl. I remember that. This is a very interesting production package here they're giving us. All right. Does Cena get booed here? Or are they cool with him? All right. Edge can't get DQ'd. Cena's getting an okay reaction. He's very fired up. Those little horns. Oh yeah, I guess that's why he's fired up, because his dad got bitch slapped. I mean, it's kind of nice to see like a young Cena. I mean, he's still young and just prime of his career here. Not even there yet. I mean, he's got another 10 years in front of him of just domination. Slapping his father like a piece of garbage. I don't run around slapping my garbage. That's a fun sentence. All right, Edge, your turn. What's Lita wearing? That's the big question. Here comes the champ with his dumb belt. Oh dear. I kind of forgot Lita was the women's champion. Cena's hair looks kind of funny that way. I had a lot of women in the restaurant last night wearing exactly what she was wearing. A bunch of them. As we handle the horse races every year, and all these people are stupidly rich and they're crazy outlandish outfits, and it was wild. It was crazy. Oh, he spun the thing. Oh my God, he even spun it. Edge, don't encourage them. Like, imagine if this match was happening right now and Edge had the winged eagle around his waist. You know how much better it would be if they kept a belt with so much like tradition and. Ugh. That belt, man.
Disqualification. Now, John Cena can be disqualified here.
The big gold, on the other hand, that belt was beautiful. So 1 out of 2 ain't bad, but my God. Yeah, Barry, because they're all champions. All of them. They're all champions of plastic surgery.
Cena, I think, is trying as hard as he can to keep his focus until he actually cuts him. Overhand from John Cena. Cena now. Got to make sure he doesn't get disqualified. Big Joe Dawn abusing Cena. Cena looking at a wrist.
There he goes.
This may be the retribution portion of this WWE title match. And you're right, Cena's got to stay focused because if he gets disqualified, he can't win. He'll cover. Reverse elbow, the knockdown by John Cena. Looks to cover quickly on Edge. WWE title on the
Ooh, nice. I was like, no way, ref bumped that quick. Belly to beller from Cena. Look at him wrestling. I don't really remember much about this match, but I do remember that ladder match they would have the following month, and that being pretty good. We watched that last year. So how does it go? How did the belt switching go? So Edge will win next month. No, Cena will. Oh, yeah, Cena will win. Oh, yeah, so I guess he'll hold the belt. Edge is champ now. Cena will win next month. And then I guess he holds it for a while after that, because then he goes into Royal Rumble and faces Umaga for it. Then he beats Shawn at WrestleMania. So is that the big run, the longest run that he has? Is that about to start next month? Or has he already had that long run? I feel like he's already had it. Yeah, he might, because he held it from 05 through 06, right? Or from WrestleMania 21 through WrestleMania 22 until losing it to RVD. That might be the longest run.
This is a one-fall match here at the 19th annual SummerSlam. Beautiful standing drop kick by the athletic WWE champion.
Well, no, I guess he can't hold it through 06 because Edge beats him for it in January. So, yeah, I guess it's this one coming up. Okay, he holds it for a year until he got injured. And then it became Orton's belt. Okay. Yeah, imagine Cody finishing his story and holding up that spinner belt. Oh, my God, I wouldn't even be able to handle it. I'd move into the woods and live there. That would push me over my limit. 9. Hearing the boos, I hear him pretty loud. That was a nice spinning heel. Hmm. Is then the next month might be where John Cena's dad, I don't think he's at ringside. Oh, there's somebody taking a picture with their flip phone. I still have a lot of my old cell phones. I'll bust them out one day and look at them. Fisherman Buster Suplex, I guess you could call it that, JR. Wow. Big bump. I can't hear what they're saying. Edge, you suck. I think this is still around the time where WWE didn't really want to admit to themselves that Cena was hearing a lot of boos, and it's only going to get worse. Then they kind of started like acknowledging it more. You know, maybe right 2010 or 11, especially when The Rock got there. John Cena with the dive. That was just like the pay-per-view poster. Good try, John. Yeah, tough crowd in Boston for Cena for sure. If Edge wins, we riot. Nah, I don't think Boston's going to riot over John Cena losing a match, even if he's from there. Holding him down. Maybe Cena Sr. does a run in here or something. Are they chanting Cena sucks? Rough. That's rough. Being shit on in your own hometown as a babyface. I think Cena's the only guy that can accomplish that. No. Here Cena goes. He gonna get... Nope. Oh, I thought we were about to get cooking here on a Cena offensive run here so we could laugh at all his moves. But nope, not quite. Not quite. Yeah, Smitty, I wish I had WWE game knowledge. I don't. But I read a lot of what people say when those games came out, and usually it's always bad. Are we going superplex? I guess so. Yeah, Barry, you said Foley and Flair was your match of the night, and I think you're right. I think it's mine, too. I have no idea what kind of finish they do. Yeah, most people, like, just a few years younger than me, all played, like, N64s and stuff, but that was even beyond me. Super Nintendo, I played a little bit of that, and that was it for me. So those games were fun to play back then, but wrestling-wise, they were pretty primitive to what you see today. Stand up, John. John's so strong. It's probably the Reebok pumps is what's doing it.
This match is by count out. It won't be a count out. It stays in the WWE title.
Well, Lita, I think you should get involved.
She's count up to 6.
Hmm.
Count up to 6. Cena.
I've never even played Mario Kart. I wouldn't even know how.
Unusual version of almost a bulldog headlock. It's a blockbuster like a headlock maneuver by John Cena. Look at Lita. She's starting to get nervous. She's starting to pace. She's left her corner. She's walking around the ring. Man, I am sweating Crisco out here at this SummerSlam that we have seen you tonight.
Oh, Lita's got. I was about to say I was ready for her to get involved, and now she is. There's a chair. Yeah, you'll get him disqualified, you dummy. That was pretty dumb by Lita, actually. Toss him the chair with the referee. Not even. Referee's still up. There Cena goes with all his little shoulder tackles. You know, I'll say Cena's shoulder tackles were better than Warriors. Yeah. There's the knuckle shuffle. That should do it. Up, now we get a little salute. And the FU. An impaler. Oh, it's not execution anymore?
He didn't kick out against Cena, but he got his shoulder off the canvas, and that's all that matters. Almighty, having a fat good floor. Lita's W title match. Lita suddenly breathing a sigh of relief over there. She got a reprieve. I thought she caught X that way. It's again.
Oh, no.
It didn't cost him the last time.
Ah. Nice victory roll. Look at that. They executed it well, too. Roll through, yep. Cena's going to lift him, isn't he? Yep. The way he can do it, if he lifts him up into FU position, that's just wild to me. That's so strong. Oh, no, look out, Lita. Lita's going to get nailed. There she goes. Oops. Whoopsie. Schoolboy. No way. Ugh. 2.5. And then a double clothesline. No, Rodrigo, I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I ain't got nothing. Except old school games. I got no time for video games. If I had video games and I was into them, there's no more hours in the day. I can't play video games. Not between YouTube and my other job and my life. I ain't got no time left. It's all accounted for. By the way, we will be here tomorrow night. We will be here for a Raw review. I'll put that link up here this evening or tomorrow, so keep a lookout. As Edge is measuring Cena here. Oh, spear into a drop toey. Oh, no, and he's got the STFU. That could be curtains. That could be curtains. Nope. Look at Lita. Don't do it, Lita. She left the title there. She's gonna go distract Jack Doan. Somehow. Oh, he got to the ropes. Now Lita needs to. She's got something else in her hand. Brass knucks. Brass knucks. There we go. Oh, she took the belt. Okay. Oh. Lita's in the ring. No, you can't do this, Lita. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that was great. That was so good. He's going to eat this. Ooh. Jesus Christ. That's going to be it. Roll him over. Watch his shoulder. Don't. Yes. That's pretty good. I love the double FU. Oh, look at those sad little kids. Yeah, suck it. Suck it, little Danny. Too bad. Cena lost. Haha. The match wasn't super good to me, but I did like that finish. That was fun. And Edge gets to really look at his and make out with his disgusting spinner belt. You really want to put your tongue and lips all over that? Is that what we're doing, Edge? You got Lita in your bed. And you're licking a title belt? That's a choice. Look at this here. I thought what I thought was going to happen is Lita was going to go distract the ref and then Edge was going to grab the belt or whatever, but instead they did the knucks. That was so good. What a bump by Lita. That's such a bump. Nice. That was a good shot to Cena's head. Cena's like, damn it. He's got really strong hands or something because he hit me hard in the back of the head. Yeah, it is weird that you would actually slap your opponent's dad and then also beat him at the pay-per-view. That's pretty wild. All right, that is it. Up next, SummerSlam 2007, guys, if you want to watch it. I don't think I have the energy, my God. But all right, SummerSlam 2006 in the books. Next week, we'll do SummerSlam 1999. And then maybe 2 weeks from tonight, we'll do 1996, since that was the last time SummerSlam was in Cleveland. And that pay-per-view is not very good. And we've done a lot of great SummerSlams, and we are due for maybe a stinker. So we might do that one 2 weeks from tonight. So thanks so much for being here this evening. I appreciate it, and I will be back, of course, in about 24 hours' time. We'll be here to review Monday Night Raw and to give a full rundown of what the SummerSlam card is currently looking like. And I'm hoping tomorrow we get some sort of a confirmation or idea of what the Punk and McIntyre match is going to be, if it's going to happen at all, if Rollins is going to be the referee, whatever they're doing there. I hope we get some of that answered next week, because I think we got 2 Raws left. Week after tomorrow's go home. So they better figure it out. But we'll be here tomorrow night to talk about it. Thank you so much for being here again, as always, and hanging out. It's the best. And we'll be here again for 99 next week. Y'all have a good night. Peace.